I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, the Yankees win. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out.
He's steaming mad.
He is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
Van Tippen has won the ball game.
Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Welcome into the Total Chad Sports Podcast, and welcome to number 94 on the list. 94 on the list. We've gotten this far. You've allowed this podcast to get this far that we're almost to number 100. I feel like that we haven't done enough, and we should already be at number 100, but we're not there yet. But we're at number 94. And when we hit number 100, we're going to start doing more. We're going to start doing guests. We're going to start doing guests. We're going to start having a little bit more time in between, trying to make these podcasts happen as much as possible. But we greatly thank you and everyone that continues to support the Total Chad Sports Podcast and continues to support this dream that we have of streaming a talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Everyone has a podcast. Just getting on here, streaming, making a fool out of myself, but enjoying doing it. And I know I'm not an expert. I never said I was an expert. I don't fake it trying to be an expert. I just talk about whatever. There's something on my mic. I just talk about whatever. I enjoy talking sports. I enjoy having you out there in the world, being a part of the YouTube, being a part of the Twitch. Putting a question here or there in the chat, which it's not up right now because no one's chatting. And Stream Elements only does so many messages. I don't do it like crazy where it's constantly doing something. So the chat does go away. But you can make it active by joining. If you go to youtube.com/@CoachGrizzleTV or twitch.tv/CoachGrizzle. I had to think of it in a second. It's very confusing. Pretty much if you just search Coach Grizzle on YouTube, you can pretty much find us there. Like, you'll pretty much find us there anytime. Any time of the day. Let's see if we can get something up for you real quick. Hold on. Alright, let's see. We can show you on the X. Pretty much if you look on YouTube, you just got to find the picture of me like as a kid like this. Let me go to YouTube Studio, go to the X, show you guys. There's the X. There's a crazy video of a new inmate running away. All right. Coach Grizzle on YouTube. At Guathny Chad. Want to be at Braves Influencer. Dirty Bird for life. Excited about the All-Star game in Atlanta. Won't be going, probably. More than likely. Would be really cool to be able to go to that. It's kind of like how I want to be able to go to one of the what's it called? The World Cup games in Atlanta, but I doubt them going to that either. But pretty cool. You'll have Chipper Jones, Marquise Grissom. You'll have Gwinnett Skipper, Kenny Koa, Teixeira in the list. Let's see the complete benches. Let's see here. Who do we have? I saw it somewhere. Where is it? Let's see. There was another one that had the complete list somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, you'll have Fred McGriff, Del Murphy, Andrew Jones is the NL hitting coach. Fred McGriff is the AL hitting coach. Two-time NL MVP, should be a Hall of Famer. Del Murphy is the first base coach. Tim Hudson will be the NL pitching coach. Matt Huddy. Got to meet Huddy at an Auburn game one time. Really nice guy. Really nice enough to take a picture with me. I get it. Granted, I probably should have just left him alone. But when you meet one of your your childhood heroes, like growing up, watching him as a Oakland A and a Brave, I mean, that's kind of, I think it was kind of destined for me to have the Oakland A's hat, to be honest with you. Now, granted, my little brother did play, granted, my little brother played for a little league team, and they were the Astros. I mean, the Astros. They were the A's. It was cool though. They were the white. They had the white jersey with the Athletics on the front of it. That was pretty cool. I thought it wasn't like. I mean, that would have been really cool if they had the green or something different. But they had like the white with Athletics across it, and it was pretty cool. I also meant to wear a jersey, but I'm not wearing a jersey right now. Like wear my Ronald Acuna jersey since he's rehabbing in Gwinnett. What's up, Dirt? What up, Bird? We all say hey to the bird. Go say hey to the bird. It's bird time with the bird. Come here. You want to say hi? No? Oh, how? You want to get in between the chair? Nobody can see you when you're there because my belly's in the way. You're right there. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Say hi, I'm Bird. I don't know how to be smart. Come here. Come here, dummy. Come here, big old dummy. Come here. Come here, Stinky. Everybody wants to say hi to the bird. Best thing about this podcast is you get to see the dog. All right, you're doing enough. You've done enough. No, you haven't. They're like, where's the bird? There's the bird. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. You helping? No? You're not really helping. Anyway. All right, she's done. She's done hanging out. She's more looking for Dad, where's more of my treats? She's like, Dad, I'd like some more treats, please. Are you going over here now? All right. She's going to hang out maybe. She'll probably hang out for a little bit. She'll be back. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome to be able to have that in Atlanta. Going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, here we go. This is the full, complete coaching staff. Got Mark DeRosa, which that's my boy's relative right there. That's Dirty Bird's relative right there. Andrew Jones, Tim Hudson, Tyler Flowers. I miss Tyler Flowers. I always liked him. And Nick Markakis. Good to bring him back. Chipper Jones, the manager. The American. You got Marquise Grissom as the manager. You got Jerry Manuel. Marvin Freeman, Fred McGriff, Dale Murphy, and Johnny Estrada. I used to love Johnny Estrada. Let's see here. Look at this Drake Baldwin in May. 556, 1.519 OPS, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. He's hitting .611 in the last 7 games. Dude's a beast. Now, I'll say this. I was probably one of those people that was like, why'd you get rid of this guy? Why'd you get rid of this guy? You know what? He's turned out really well. Now, I did watch him a lot play against the Trash Pandas. When they did come to town, when they did come to town, I did get to see him play a good bit. Never thought that he would make such a big jump in this first year. I thought he should have been on the team last year, maybe gotten a chance. If they were having problems at catcher, or if you have issues where, Sean Murphy getting hurt again. So I wouldn't say that I predicted it. Just like I predicted, taking 3 out of 4 from the Nationals, 2 out of 3 from the Boston Red Sox, the Braves did, and they're over 500. Did I say that again? Over 500. So when they sealed that series win, you see it right there at Fenway. Braves pound out 16 hits and a 10-4 victory over the Red Sox. So you can find all my content here. Man, I miss Tyler Matzik. I wonder if he'll come back. We got someone calling us right now. We can't make that call right now. We can't make that call right now. We didn't get to watch this. We thought about going to the game. Chattanooga FC gets the dub 2-1 over HCFC. These two are rivals right now. These are two good rivals. I think last time I looked at the standings, Huntsville's 3rd in the East. I think Chattanooga's first in the East. Two brand new teams in this kind of brand new league, really. First and third in their own division. Now, I think last time I looked at it, I think HCFC is 8th overall. I don't remember what Chattanooga is. But if we look at the roster going forward, they're at Toronto FC next. That's Friday. We'll play Friday. So I might be able to go to that. I might be able to go wherever that watch party is and watch that then. So I got to work till about 6. I'll be able to watch an hour in that. But then they're back home against Orlando City B. That is on June 6th. That's Armed Forces Night. That'll be fun. So you'll see me at that probably. Depends on what's going on in the world of the Braves. Trying to go to a Braves game. Obviously we're going to Dog Night, Trash Pandas. That's in, what is that? The 28th, Wednesday. We didn't even get to finish most of what we were talking about baseball-wise. We just kind of went on like a roll. We just kind of like got distracted by the phone call. It was actually my grandmother. Let's see here. I'll text her. See what she wants. I don't know. She's probably calling me about cutting her yard. Let's see here. All right, that was bad. Let's see here. Let's see what she says. That was bad to not answer that call, right? I don't know what she needs. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna have to mute this for a second. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We can take breaks. We'll be right back. All right. I tried to call her back. She didn't answer. I tried to call her back. She didn't answer. Oh, now she's calling me. Hold on. Like, you've got to be kidding me right now. You've honestly got to be you've got to be kidding with me right now. She calls me back, I answer, and my phone freaking dies. Cuz it's never charged. It always dies. I swear, man. My phone, I could charge it the night before, go to work, and that thing would be on like 30%, almost dead. It'd be like 15. I'm probably giving it too much. It's like, hey, you probably should have charged me earlier. It's like, really? Maybe you should live longer. Stupid phone. Well, my grandmother's calling me about cutting grass or something. I guarantee you that's what it's about. Because she's like 84 years old and decides to cut her own grass and pass out and almost die sometimes without calling her able-bodied grandsons to do it for her. It's kind of one of those things. She's too stubborn to, like, not call one of us to do it. And I love her to death. But she's going to call me about some nonsense. I just know it. I know. That's what I'm doing, sir. I have the fast charging charger, sir. Phone is charging. Lady Bird is chilling. Look at her. She's even pissed. Look at her. Lady Bird. Pretty girl. Yep. Perfect girl. Yep. Why would I? Yeah, it wouldn't plug her phone in. Her phone didn't die, sir. Where have you been? All right, let me figure this out real quick. Let me get this on. Hold on. Grandma does not have a landline. She has a cell phone. Be right back. All right. So, here's what happened. Grandma's Day is also January 21st, 2026, by the way. Pretty sure that's what it said. Yep, January 21st. It's right here. Grandparents Day, Grandma Day, January 21st, 2026. By the way, again, there's Denzel. Remember, this is where you find us on Twitter. This is where you find us on the YouTube. Here's my channel. Here we go. Doing pretty good for myself, not gonna lie. Some of these videos have been doing really well. Not those. The shorts have been great. 1.K5 views, 1.2K5 views, 182, 70. Not bad. Not bad. We wouldn't be here without the folks that are here tonight being a part of the chat and being a part of the Total Chat Sports Podcast. Yeah. Anyway, about grandmother. She was calling me thinking that I was going to pick up her dog. None of that was anything remotely what I was going to do. Because one, nobody told me about it. I mean, I know that she's going out of town, and then I know that my parents are watching her dog. But I think she got me and my little brother mixed up on who was picking up the dog. I will not be picking up the dog. I will be doing this. We'll be doing a podcast on Wednesday. Ha! He said it, a podcast. It's a scheduled podcast. Scheduled podcast? Yes, it is. Be about the same time, 7 o'clock. We're going to try to do an early one because we did an early one tonight, so we can do a little bit of gaming after. Might do a little bit of Marvel Rivals. I don't know. Maybe do a little bit of Oblivion. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if we have enough time. Maybe go to Bed Bath & Beyond. But we still have so much to talk about. Other than where we were like, we just like went down like a rabbit hole of explaining what we were talking about. To going back to what the Braves, I said, are since April 18th, 19th, I think it was. They're 18-10. Best record in baseball. Oh. Here they coming. They coming. Here they come. Plus 11. Run differential. 24-23. Think they got the Nationals next. They're off today, tomorrow, yesterday, whenever you watch this. They're probably playing. It's got Strider. It's got Strider on the hill. Because it was Bryce Elder. And they took my boy off. They took my boy off. Grant Holmes did great last night. It was either going to be between him or Grant Holmes. We can't. Like, are we serious? Or Schwellenbach? Maybe Schwellenbach. Maybe though. Because Smith Shawver's been an absolute stud in May. But if you're going to bring back Dylan Dodd to do bullpen work, why can't you bring back Bryce Elder to do bullpen work? He can give you a quality couple innings. Or a inning. Be a good arm to have. He's not the problem for the last two losses. I'm going to tell you that right now. Wasn't on him. Did he get the dub last time or did they lose? Did they lose that game against the Nationals? Wasn't that I think that's the night that they lost. I think he pitched that 5-4. Yeah. He allowed 5 hits. Bryce Elder allowed 5 hits and 1 run in 6 innings. Because Aaron, yeah, that's right. Bummer, De Los Santos. Yeah. That's right. Now I remember. Even worse. So it's like you're going to take a guy out that, look, the last time they lost, I think he gave up like 3 home runs. Was that in the Pirates game? Let's see. No, that was Chris Sale. That was Chris Sale, everybody. There was one where he gave up 3 home runs and they lost. Was that the Nationals game? No, because he only gave up 1 run. What was the game he gave up 3 home runs in? Did they win it? No. Wasn't the Red Sox, was it? No. I don't think it was the Red Sox. Let's see. Who pitched this game? Yeah, it was Grant Holmes. Who pitched a pretty decent game in this, but what was the game I was talking about that? Was it this game against the Pirates where they lost 3-2, maybe? Yep, Bryce Elder. Yep. Yeah, but they ended a 7-game losing streak. It's bound to win eventually. The fact that you lost the series against the Pirates is pretty fucking bad. They still play them in September. But, like I said, you needed to win that series against the Pirates. They won the series against the Reds. They won the series against the Nationals. You won a series against... Hey, both teams had the same record, all right? About the same. One was even or one was one under. The Red Sox are a problem. They can score runs. They just got to figure out pitching-wise. So, and they're only second. They're second in the NL or the AL East. And how good is the AL this year? If the Yankees and the Tigers are one of the best teams in the AL, and everybody below the Yankees has a terrible record. Minnesota's got a pretty good record. See, that's the thing. Could 3 of the teams come out of the Central? Will that happen? If the Mariners keep winning and the Astros and the Red Sox are pretty bad, maybe. Like, how good is the AL? When these are your best teams? When you look over here, now I say, look over here. Because it's always these 3 teams every year, I feel like, coming out of this. Occasionally this team, never this team. Okay? So we didn't say that. We come over here to the NL. These 3 teams every year. This team occasionally. This team never. Over here, probably the same difference, but you got the Brewers behind the Reds. Braves beat the Reds. Still a pretty damn decent team. Middle of the road. Would be the second place team in the AL. In the AL East. You got the Cardinals. You got the Cubs, are one of the best teams in the NL, obviously. How good are the Mets? Really, how good are the Mets? And the Phillies. They're right there with each other. They just had somebody cheating, just like Profar, one of their pitchers. He was over there cheating. Braves are 24-23. They'd be second in the AL East. They'd be second in the West, in the AL. But it's pretty even. It's like the DH and just kind of moving around players, putting teams together, signing free agents. Like, it's pretty solid. I like what MLB has this year, the product that they have. I think the timed pitching, the DH, stealing, all that kind of stuff, being able to throw twice, like, I think it's a good positive thing about baseball. Now, I would hope that more people would love on it, but I doubt it because it's baseball. It's an old man. It's an old man sport. It's our pastime. Like, how do you not like baseball? How can you be an American and not like baseball? You know what I mean? Like, I still like basketball. I still like soccer. Still like other sports, but I love baseball. Baseball will always be one of those sports that I just will. I'm wearing a freaking minor league baseball hat. I have nothing but minor league crap all over and baseball stuff all over my room. It's a problem. But I enjoy it. It's cool. Let's see here. I just saw one of my friends is playing Oblivion Remastered. We're getting there. That's anything about the Trash Pandas. They're pretty bad right now. They took 2 out of 4 from Pensacola. And apparently they're going through with this expansion that they're doing. Where the executives are a little bit question marked on what the city planners have to do. Where they have to basically, instead of being smart and building something that would make money, they have to do something that where we have to spend more money on basically a locker room that is separate for female umpires. That's what the compliance is. And apparently they're the last stadium to do it, so they're finally saying yes to it. But there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of like stuff in the behind the scenes that people don't understand. Now look, I know that the executives and everybody that works there is totally behind it. I get it. I understand. Why do we have it? What's the point? You go look in the outfield. We've had this many times. Go look in the outfield. There is hardly anything in the outfield making money out there. There's nothing out there making money other than one bar area. Make it more interactive. Make it more of a fan experience where people can go do types of things. Make an expansion out there and still have this said locker room that you need. Apparently they need it. Why wasn't this in the planning from the get-go? I'm not going to sit here and say whether it's right or wrong. I just don't like it. I think it's kind of silly to do that. I think it's kind of silly to have that. Like, they're not building... Like, imagine if in the WNBA, like, somebody's like, we got to build male locker rooms in these small arenas that fit nobody. We got to make these crazy drama-filled BS rivalries between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese because that's the only way that we can sell product. Because all we're doing is just trying and hoping that Caitlin Clark somehow makes our league better, which, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't see the point of either of them. I think they're great athletes in their respected sport, but I've said this many times, they would be, if not average, NBA player, and then they would probably be a middle-of-the-road, mediocre, average basketball player if in the male realm. But because they're like some of the best players, and you sit here and watch like constant turnovers, really bad passing, really bad dribbling, can't dunk the ball, can't shoot the ball to save their life. I mean, like, you can call me whatever, but I calls them like I sees them. And I see really bad basketball. And the thing is, it's like you couldn't sit here and go, all right, let's take they put the best two teams, right? The New York team and LA. Or not LA, sorry, Las Vegas. The last two teams to win the title, right? You could take the best 15U basketball team from high school. You could take some AAU team, a bunch of 15-year-old, like really good studs, and they could beat the best WNBA team. They could beat the best women's basketball team, South Carolina. They play males in their practice all the time to get better. Iowa does the same thing, apparently, because everyone went crazy after Caitlin Clark made a bunch of dudes that play in their Sigma Nu league like fools. They were probably drunk from the night before because they were playing in some fraternity football game. So I'm just tired of hearing about it. I enjoy what I enjoy right now, especially, is NCAA softball. I think it's great. I think it's more entertaining than any of the college basketball crap that I get. And all the love that the media loves to throw on women's college basketball and all the headlines and all that crap. Throw some headlines at the softball games. I enjoy the softball games way better. I think they're more entertaining. Said this many a times. And you don't have, like, I think you have more competitive teams. I don't think it's you would say so much. You look at it in the basketball realm and you see the same teams win every single year in women's sports, right? Or they're the best teams that are there, right? How about softball? Where you've got Oregon taking on Liberty. Now, Oregon ran away with the Big Ten because the Big Ten does not even have that. I mean, seriously. You should have won. You were Washington, maybe UCLA, but you beat up each other. But you should win the Big Ten. It's Oregon. Softball. It's more of a western, southeastern sport. Really southwestern, too, because of the way Oklahoma dominates. But you've got great programs every year that are in it. But you got teams that can come out of nowhere and get in the supers. You got Liberty with the upset over number 1 Texas A&M. No one's upsetting South Carolina. Nobody is upsetting unless it's a close matchup on UConn. It's not happening. But Liberty, first time ever for Texas A&M to be a number 1 seed, but then end up choking on sauce, choking on their own vomit, and losing to Liberty. But 14 teams from the SEC. Talk about SEC dominance, by the way. 14 teams from the SEC, right? 9 of them have advanced to the Super Regional. Granted, Florida and Georgia got to play each other. South Carolina made it. Oregon, Liberty. South Carolina's playing UCLA. Florida State's playing Texas Tech. Auburn was in it. Arkansas plays Ole Miss. Oklahoma plays Alabama. Tennessee plays Nebraska. LSU lost to Southeastern Louisiana. But LSU was really good for a while. Texas plays Clemson. You had Kentucky in there. Kentucky's always a really good program every year. And then, of course, I said Florida, Georgia. Now, if I look at this And I shouldn't know as much as I do know about softball, which I do know. I could say I do know a good bit about women's college basketball. So don't sit here and tell me that I'm just a hater. I enjoy this sport. I like the teams that are in here. Alabama's the number 15. No. All of these teams. Crazy thing is how they hosted too, by the way. The only team that didn't have a better record than them was Jackson State. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how they were able to host. I don't know how exactly, like I said, that works. But it's going to be a huge hill to climb. They got to play Oklahoma. Oklahoma's pretty damn good. I see Oklahoma winning this. And I guess they would play Tennessee because I think Tennessee is going to beat Nebraska. I think Texas beats Clemson. And I think I'm going to say, Florida's pretty good. Florida's pretty damn good. Georgia, they're okay. They got beaten that first game against, who was it? Was it South Carolina? I think it was South Carolina. So give me Florida to win that one. Oregon beats Liberty. It's pretty chalky. Give me South Carolina beating UCLA. Give me Florida State beating Texas Tech. And then give me Ole Miss with the upset over Arkansas. They got those 3 studs, though, so I think it's just a bad take right there. They got that girl that, like, did she break the record for, like, home runs? But 9 teams out of the SEC make it into the Super Regionals. How about that? How about freaking that? Trust me, we can talk baseball, we can talk softball all day, we can give our take. We're just talking about whatever. It's just an opinion. We just got to make it entertaining. We don't have to sit here and talk out of our ass and be a fan, and then fight anybody that doesn't have the same opinion as us. Now, I might fight Head of Steel every now and then, but he deserves it. It's just ridiculous. It's hilarious. Like, reverting back to the whole situation with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. How about RG3 and Ryan Clark? Talking about his wife, doing all these kinds of things, getting kind of personal on the situation. Why are we throwing so much into that? Like, why do we have to sit here and why do we get in these arguments in sports? Everyone throws around a bullshit, shitty opinion. It's not fact. They're just talking. They're trying to create headlines. But it seems like a lot of times people want to sit here and get personal. People want to go on other people's pages and write stuff, or people want to go do this, or people want to say something on their podcast about someone else. Like, just enjoy it. Like, I used to be kind of like that for a while. I can't stop you from saying what you're going to say. We can all disagree with it. We don't have to get along with it. But we don't have to argue and fight about it. We can all have our takes. Now, we can argue it sensibly. But I think it's kind of silly. I think it's just kind of silly. You know what I mean? Like, it's hilarious when you kind of stumble upon a lot of that stupid crap. And you like, especially like if you did it at one time too, like why'd you even do it in the first place? Just keep doing you. Keep being you. Keep continuing the content. Keep producing product. Everyone wants to be like this stream too, by the way. When you create something that other people are just using off the back of what you did, just enjoy it, man. Because mimicking is the best form of flattering, right? So, at the end of the day, keep being great. Keep doing you. Now back to the baseball. Now back to the game. Like I can't sit here and do like a broadcast. Get out of here. You got Missouri and Alabama, number 16 against number 9. The winner of that game. Now, these games are at 9:30 in the morning. Now, I think the reason why they did it so much earlier maybe has to do with weather. I don't know. Because, like, every year, especially the last couple years, you've had issues where it's either stormed or rained tremendously for a long time, that these games are getting played, like, so late in the day or late at night, or they're getting basically thrown at 9:30 the next day to try to make it the rest of the night and get these matchups through. But tomorrow, today, yesterday, whenever you listen to this podcast, watch this podcast, whatever, Missouri's going to take on Alabama. I'm going to be able to watch that game a little bit, I think, while I'm sitting doing my job. Winner of that gets Tennessee. After that, Kentucky plays Oklahoma. The winner of that gets Georgia. Florida and South Carolina will take on the winner on Wednesday. That'll be Ole Miss. And Texas A&M and Mississippi State will get the winner. We'll get Auburn. The winner will get Auburn. Single elimination. You lose, you're out. Be nice for Alabama to make a good run. I think they're going to beat Missouri, but I think they're going to lose to Tennessee. I think Tennessee's still really good. It'd be nice to see an upset as a fan, but we got to be real here. I'm going to give a real take, not a fan take. Not get crazy with it. I don't know a whole lot. All I know is it would be a good run for Alabama if they do upset Tennessee. Maybe they host, maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't think they should host, but they will be a number 2 or a number 3 maybe. You know, like they'll be in a regional somewhere for sure. Georgia, which I think could host. Gets Kentucky and Oklahoma. Give me Kentucky over Oklahoma. Take them Alabama or Missouri because Missouri's bad. Give me Kentucky over Oklahoma. They made a crazy run a couple years ago. And give me Florida over South Carolina. And then give me, you know what? Give me Hail State because I can't ever go against Mississippi State. Give me Mississippi State over Texas A&M because Texas A&M is so bad. Texas A&M is like the third worst team in the SEC. And the only 2 teams that are worse are South Carolina and Missouri. So really I picked a bunch of favorites except for Kentucky. So if we did move on to the next day, let's give another prediction. Alabama loses to Tennessee. Georgia beats Kentucky. And Ole Miss beats Florida. Auburn, it's pretty chalky. Auburn beats Mississippi State. So then Texas would play Tennessee and give me Tennessee. I think they upset them. Vanderbilt beats Georgia. Arkansas beats Ole Miss. Auburn beats LSU. Arkansas beats Auburn. You know what? Vandy beats Tennessee. And it's Vandy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be Vandy and Arkansas. And I think Arkansas is going to win it all. But that's just me. That's just me and what I think could happen. Maybe I'm giving Vanderbilt a little bit too much. Maybe I'm giving Tennessee a little bit too much. But we'll see. They've been there before. They won it. So, I think they would try to make a statement, especially in a tournament like this. This is one of the best. This is what you're going to see. You're going to see at least, I really think that you'll see 14 teams make the play, like the regionals, like the regionals of baseball. Like I think you'll see that, and I think you'll see 14 teams, maybe 12 to 13, but I think 14 at the most. I mean, you won't see South Carolina and Texas A&M or Missouri, so those 3 would be out. So I think you would have like Texas A&M. Their overall record isn't awful, so they could sneak in, but I really think you could have 12 to 13 teams out of the SEC getting in, and you're going to have at least 5 or 6 hosting. Maybe 5. So that's going to be a fun. I would love to go to the Hoover Met. General admission's only like $17 for the opening game, but obviously I'm going to be at work. And Saturday, crazy enough, the semifinal games are they're only like $35 for general admission. I was thinking about getting maybe one of those games. Like, I wouldn't want to go to the 4:30 game, but I would definitely go to the 1 o'clock game, which would be noon. So I'd definitely go to the noon game. But this game's at 2. This isn't terrible. I might end up going to the championship. Ain't got nothing to do. Ain't got nothing to do next week. I couldn't go Friday. Couldn't go to any of these games Friday, and I couldn't go tomorrow. I wish I didn't say I was going to work See, these games are Thursday, Friday, so you're going to have those 2 games Thursday and 2 games Friday. I didn't see that too, by the way. But I would probably end up going to one of those games. All right. Flash through our NBA and NHL. You got the Thunder and the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. Give me the Thunder. Got a younger team. They got more weapons. Anthony Edwards has to show up and show out for them to win. Give me the Thunder. They just knocked off the defending champs. Pacers and Knicks. I want the Pacers to win because I hate the Knicks. I can't stand them and their fan base. So I like Karl Anthony Towns, don't get me wrong. But give me the Pacers. I would love to see the Pacers and the Thunder. That would be a really fun series. Nobody would watch it. One of my friends said that because the Nuggets and the Celtics are out, that people are probably watching baseball now. Basketball viewership has gone down because you got the Timberwolves and the Thunder. Okay, you got the Pacers and Knicks. Now the East is very historic, but then you're over here in the West and you got 2 expansion teams. You know what I mean? You got 2 teams that aren't that old. Let's see here. Going on to hockey. My second team. Now, I did say Tampa Bay was going to win it and play the Stars in the Stanley Cup. Panthers are a really good team. Both of these teams are really good. Carolina and the Panthers. I think this might finally be Carolina's year. I think they upset the Panthers. Is Carolina favored? So not even an upset because they're at home. Are they? They're the better team, I guess, by 1 game? I don't know. I think this is finally the year, though. Give me the Hurricanes to win and go on to the Stanley Cup. And then, of course, I have the Stars. I'm sorry, Axios, if you're watching the podcast, listening to it, whatever. I'm not picking your Oilers. I had picked the Stars already. But it looks like I'm taking 2 favorites. Give me the Stars, obviously, to play the Hurricanes in the Stanley Cup. Let's see here. That was my hockey. As we say in that hockey, let's do that hockey. So there's my hockey takes. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Let's see here. Are we thinking about anything else? Have we covered anything else? We can go straight into On This Day in History, but we didn't have it ready. So let's do that first. On This Day in History yesterday, I watched The Last of Us because it was on here. It's on here. Have you seen it? Have you guys seen The Last of Us? I finished Righteous Gemstones, too. Still one of the greatest shows ever made. Can we talk about that for a second? Can we talk about how The Righteous Gemstones is one of the greatest shows ever made? I thought the 4th season was pretty good, but it wasn't nearly as good as the first 2 seasons, in my opinion. Season 3 was pretty good. But the first 2 seasons, man, oh my gosh, it kept me on edge. The first season kept me on edge. I thought it was great. I thought it was well written. And it's just a great show in general. I think Danny McBride is just a great, tremendous actor as it is. Has so much range. Can play a funny guy, can play a serious guy, can play a killer, can play all these different types of things. And I got into a conversation with somebody who was talking about another actor. It's it was a coworker. Jim Carrey. So much range. So much different range. I mean, look at Adam Sandler. So many different types of acting styles. But, I mean, we're sitting here talking about it, and we were like, yeah, he's really, 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 really great actor. I mean, I just like it in general. It's just kind of one of my favorite actors to kind of watch and play a certain character. Tropic Thunder. This Is the End. What was that movie where I'd have to look it up. But there's a movie where he like has to like he like kidnaps somebody and they're trying to get a ransom. What is that movie called? Danny McBride ransom movie. No, it's not ransom. Because it's not Danny McBride. All right, let's look at it. Let's look it up because I'll probably find it. He was in Alien movie. You know, some of the shows he was in. Obviously, Vice Principals, Eastbound and Down, Righteous Gemstones. I still think as an extra he was great on Tropic Thunder. Land of the Lost, that movie was fucking hilarious. How about this? He was really like popular. I liked him in Hot Rod, obviously Superbad. He was in Drobit Taylor. I've never seen that. I haven't seen that movie, I think, all the way through. Pineapple Express, Tropic Thunder, Fanboys. Observe and Report was a decent movie. Land of the Lost, Up in the Air, Despicable Me, he's in that. Due Date, Your Highness is not a bad movie. Kung Fu Panda 2. There's a what's the movie? Yeah, here we go. 30 Minutes or Less. Where it's him and Nick Swardson. And they kidnap him. Let's see here. This is the End. Where's that one where he's... No, it's not that one. There's one where he's like a killer. Sausage Party. Was there anyone that I missed? I said This Is the End. I don't know if there was another one he was in that yeah, Alien Covenant. Where's the one where he's like a killer? No. I've never seen Masterminds. I need to watch that movie. I need to go back and watch that movie. He's in Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills, apparently. But he was in something where he's like a killer. Where was that? Was it a show? Let's see. He was in Animals. He's he's one of the turkeys. That's funny. Eastbound and Down, Righteous Gemstones, Vice Principals. I haven't seen Telemarketers. I need to see that. He's an executive on that. Executive producer. There's another. It's a movie where he. Is it Hellenbach? No, that's not it. There's a movie where he's. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and find it. Anyway. All right. Sidetrack. Sorry. Probably one of my favorite actors though, for real. Other than Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, it's literally Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, Danny McBride. Those are like three of my favorite actors. Ben Stiller was always one of my favorite actors as a kid, but I always liked his movies and stuff. All these crazy movies he did. 1536. Do we have it on events? Let's see. We weren't. 715, St. Gregory II begins his reign as Catholic Pope in 1182, and now the Pope is a Chicago Bulls fan and an American. In 1182, the high altar of Paris Cathedral Notre Dame is consecrated by Cardinal Henry de Chateau Marquet and Maurice de Sully. Columbus selects heir in 1506, selects his son Diego Columbus as sole heir. Sale of Friesland in 1515, George Duke of Saxony sells Friesland for 100,000 guilders to Charles, Duke of Burgundy, later Emperor Charles V. Holy Roman Emperor is Dutch Spanish. 1517, Philip of Burgundy is installed as Bishop of Utrecht by Charles, Duke of Burgundy. He's over here just doing a bunch of stuff, isn't he? Assumption of the Virgin in 1518, public unveiling of Titian's. Is it Titian? Is it Titian? Or is it Titian? Masterpiece, Assumption of the Virgin, a painted altarpiece in the Basilica di Santa Maria Gloriosa dei Frari, Venice. 1520, Battle of Reicher, Krishna de Varia, ruler of Indian Krishnadevaraja, ruler of the Indian. Say it appropriately. VJ? Vijay? Vagina. I can't say it. Yeah, Gara Empire successfully takes the fort of Raichur from the Sultanate of Bijapur with 132,000 troops and 550 elephants. I can't even read. Cartier's second voyage in 1535, French explorer Jacques Cartier leaves France on his second voyage of discovery to Newfoundland for Francis I with 3 ships. Anne Boleyn executed in 1536. Anne Boleyn, second wife of English King Henry VIII, is beheaded at the Tower of London on charges of adultery, incest, and treason. 1547, capitulation of Wittenberg. John Frederick I, Protestant Elector of Saxony, resigns after his capture by Catholic Habsburg forces of Charles V at the Battle of Muhlberg. Elizabeth I arrests Mary in 1568. Queen Elizabeth I arrests Mary, Queen of Scots. Let's see here. 1643, the Battle of Rocroi or Allersheim. French forces destroy a Spanish army. 1749, Ohio Company Charter. 1749, British King George II of England grants charter to Ohio Company to settle Ohio Valley in America. 1780, at about midday, near total darkness descends on New England, now known to be caused by forest fires in Canada. In 1792, Russian army enters Poland. In 1793, Netherlands captures French island of Saint Martin, held until 1795. 1796, game protection law restricts encroachment on Indian hunting grounds. In 1802, French Order of Legion d'Honneur forms. In 1802, Tariff Abominations. In 1828, U.S. President John Quincy Adams signs the Tariff of 1828, Tariff of Abominations, into law to protect industry in the North. In 1863, the Siege of Vicksburg, investment of city complete. I've been to Vicksburg. It's a little fun town to be walking around in. 1864, Battle of Port Walthall Junction in Virginia, Bermuda 100. 1864, last engagement in series of battles known as Spotsylvania. 1864, skirmish at Cassville, Georgia. In 1878, Blanche Kelso Bruce appointed Register of Treasury by President Garfield. In 1885, Germany colonizes Cameroon and Togoland. German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck takes possession of Cameroon and Togoland. First automobile in Netherlands in 1896. First automobile made by Carl Benz arrives in the Netherlands. 1892, American engineer Charles Brady King invents the pneumatic hammer. Oscar Wilde released. In 1897, playwright Oscar Wilde is released from Reading Gaol. Is that the guy who's like... Is that him? No, that's it's not the guy that sang the SpongeBob song. Those are completely different people. Oscar Wilde's like a author, isn't he? Yeah, writer and poet. Prime Minister João Franco. 1906, Portugal's King Carlos I names João Franco Prime Minister. Let's see. Johnson threatens Tigers ban. 1912, AL President ban Johnson. Tells Detroit Tigers if they continue to protest the Tigers suspension, they'll be banned from baseball. Let's see. 1918, Washington's first Sunday game. Senators beat Cleveland 1-0 in 18 innings. 1919, Claude volcano on Java erupts, killing 5160. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com remove the space at KZR FXSRE. Ataturk lands at Samsun in 1919. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk lands at Samsun on the Black Sea coast, beginning the Turkish War of Independence. Let's see. What was that about America? U.S. Congress in 1921 sharply curbs immigration, setting a national quota system. In 1929, Fang Yuzhang declares war. Chinese warlord Fang Yuzhang declares war on Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist government. White women win voting rights in South Africa in 1930. Canonization of John Fisher and Thomas More in 1935. French counterattack in, hold on. 1935, NFL adopts an annual college draft to begin in 1936. 1940, Amsterdam time becomes Middle European time. French counterattack in 1940, World War II, French counterattack at Peronne under General Charles de Gaulle. 1941, Germany occupiers in Holland forbid bicycle taxis. 1941, new Nazi battleship Bismarck leaves Gdynia, Poland. 1942, Braves, Paul Warner is... Wainer? I think it's Paul Wainer. Is third NLer to get... National Leaguer. To get 3,000 hits, Anson and Wagner. 1943, Berlin is declared Judenrein, free of Jews. 1943, Churchill pledges Britain's full support to U.S. against Japan. Let's see here. 1944, Settela Steinbeck filmed. 240 gypsies transported to Auschwitz from Westerbork, Netherlands, including Sinti girls. Settela Steinbeck, famously filmed by Jewish photographer Rudolf Breslauer. Let's see. We're going to keep skipping. Birthday party. Harold Pinner's birthday party in London in 1958. Happy birthday, Mr. President, 1962. Marilyn Monroe sings Happy Birthday, Mr. President to JFK before 15,000 attendees. Musial breaks NL hit record in 1962. Breaks Hannes Wagner's NL hit record with 34-31. Let's see here. Anything else? 27th Emmy Awards for The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Robert Blake and Gene Marsh win. 1975. Turnstiles in 1976 was Turnstiles, Columbia Records. Billy Joel's fourth studio album, Smokey and the Bandit, in 1977. Sophia Loren jailed in 1982. Stanley Cup, 1984. Wayne Gretzky scores twice as Edmonton Oilers beat the New York Islanders 5-2 for a 4-1 series win. Oilers' first Stanley Cup title. Let's see here. Red Sox retire number 1. Bobby Doors, 1988, number 1. Retire. Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee, 1989. Elvis television finale. Early Life of Elvis Presley last airs on ABC, 1990. Amy Fisher shoots Budafuco. Is that his name? Budafuco? Amy Fisher shoots Mary Jo Budafuco in the face in an altercation over an affair with her husband. 1944, American tennis star Jennifer Capriati checks into a drug rehab center in 1994. All right, good for her. The Lost World Jurassic Park in 1997. Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, Steven Spielberg. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Rapper DMX releases that in 1998. The Phantom Menace in 1999. One of the best Star Wars ever. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End in 2007. Sicko in 2007 by Michael Moore. No Country for Old Men. That's a really good movie. That's in 2007. Nobody Cares About Glee in 2009. Search for Dark Matter in 2011. Okay. All right, crazy. Prince Harry weds Meghan Markle. Money does really do buy happiness. This guy married that. Duke and Duchess of Sussex in 2018. Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I think that's it. What does that say about Diddy? Sean Diddy comes into an apology after a video is released on CNN of him assaulting his ex-girlfriend in 2016 and proves denying it happened. Oh yeah, we already knew about that last year. And then he started talking about all that other crap. crazy crap we did. All right, let's look at birthdays. We're going to go really quick through this because we're going to finish this off and we're going to get off because we are a little bit over time. I do not know who that is. Nobody. Mustafa is his birthday, too. Even though he just, like, he literally, on his birthday, he was like, I'm going to start a war. Ho Chi Minh, 1890. Vietnamese Communist Revolutionary and President of North Vietnam, 1946 to 69. See here. Florence Chadwick, 1918, American swimmer. Malcolm X, 1925, African-American human rights activist and Muslim minister. Born in Omaha, Nebraska. Pol Pot, a lot of crazy dictators and former communist presidents. 1925, Pol Pot. He was born. He died in 1998. Colin Chapman, 1928, English automotive engineer. Dolph Schayes, 1928, American Basketball Hall of Famer. Let's see, anybody else? I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. Oh, Andre the Giant, Pete Townsend, 80th birthday, British rock star guitarist, 1945. Andre the Giant, died in 1993, he was born in 1946, French pro wrestler. I don't know who that is. Mercedes Lewis, 1984, American NFL tight end. And he's still in the league. He's how old? 1984, what is that? I'm 89. So add 5 more years. Is he 40? Still playing in the league? All right. I think we're good. All right. So we're out of here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to everyone being a part of the chat. Everyone that wanted to get down and get dirty and talk a little sports with me. And thank you so much for just being eyes, ears, whatever. Just being a view. Just being a subscriber. Just being a liker. Just being whatever. Just being a watching a lurker, watching from the shadows. Thank you so much. Remember, just literally tell your friends about this podcast. Tell your family. Tell everybody else about it. You want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome to be a part of it. Like I said, when we get to number 100, we're starting to implement guests on the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to try some new content. Going to try to do some new things. Do some stuff that keeps us lively. Just kept entertaining and having fun. Make sure you hit us up on YouTube, like and subscribe. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter, twitch.tv/@CoachGrizzle. Not @CoachGrizzle, but /CoachGrizzle. YouTube.com/@CoachGrizzleTV. So confusing. But thank you so much, as always. Thank you so much. You make this podcast. You continue to give me the confidence to be up here. So thank you so much. I don't remember if there was anything else that I need to bring up. So to run it down real quick, trying to think to finish off the show. I don't think there was really anything. I mean, we do have the XFL, if you cared. What was the XFL playoffs? Let's see, XFL playoffs. I think it's Michigan and Birmingham against DC, and I can't remember the other team. Let's see, because who cares, right? I think it's, before I look, St. Louis? Maybe? Let's see here. Playoff schedule. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. That's 2023. That's the wrong one. That's not even the right one. Why would we do it from like 30 million years ago? Who was it that, who we got? Let's see here. Okay. Let's set it. Michigan at Birmingham. Ooh, that game. When is that game? June 8th? Ooh, that's in 2 weeks. I might go to that game. It'll be 3 or 6 o'clock Eastern time. That's what it's saying. I don't know if it's said it's gonna be on or not. And then you've got on Sunday, or we'll see. Yeah, so one game will be first. The other game will be whatever. It'll be like 3 and 6. It'll be those 2 games. And then the XFL Conference Championship, DC at St. Louis. And then the following week on June 14th, that's when you'll have the championship at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central on ABC in St. Louis. So if I had to pick, it'd probably be Birmingham. I feel like St. Louis might win that game. So Those are my predictions for that. I think Birmingham might win 4 in a row. Who knows? I think they're going to do history because, like, that league sucks. They can play whoever at quarterback and still make the playoffs and still win. And but let me go on a little bit of a rant first. If you honestly think this league is doing great, you're ridiculous. Now, granted, the money that is coming from the league, whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. But you see the same quarterbacks every single year. Perez is on a different team every year. Jordan Tamu is crap. Alex Magoo would be a third stringer, and he can't even stay on the field right now, stay healthy. Let alone if he was in the NFL, he wouldn't do anything. Corral, flunky, out of the NFL. Still hurt, by the way. All these guys, Jamar Chase or Jamar Smith, whatever his name is. Guy's playing quarterback for Birmingham now. He ain't no PJ Walker. I mean, he could probably be a third stringer just like all the other guys. Perez was a third stringer behind a pretty good Rams team. Jared Goff was the starting quarterback at the time. That's how long ago it was for him. All of these guys that are like really good too. Some of these guys that are the veteran quarterbacks. AJ McCarron was slinging it around for St. Louis just a few years ago, okay? So calm down. Or last year. So calm down. All right? None of these guys, especially the quarterbacks, the only people that are going to make a roster, you occasionally see a defensive player, maybe a kicker, maybe a wide receiver that can return kicks and play other stuff. But that's it. These quarterbacks are just going to be scout teamers. That's all they're going to be. They might get a little bit better paycheck by being a scout teamer. That's about it. But you're going to see the same crap, the same product every year. Hakeem Butler's like one of the best wide receivers, and that dude was in the NFL. Ricky Person in the NFL. Dudes were in the NFL. We're seeing dudes that were in the NFL that aren't very good, that cannot consistently play in the NFL. Or they're too old and they still think that they can play professional football. You got guys, they had to call a guy up from an arena league. That's like calling a guy, I mean, some of these arena leagues are pretty bad. But that's like when this arena league called up like a developmental league player. Like, and in a developmental league that like they pay for. Like, you know what I mean? Like the people, like you pay for it to play there. So it's just kind of a joke, to be honest with you. It's just rich people being rich people playing with money, trying to be an owner of a team. Like all the coaches. Some of the coaches are, I'm sorry, are a joke in the UFL. Give me a shot. I will be a great coach in the UFL. You could just say, honestly, you could just throw whoever. I feel like that's what they do now. They just throw whoever on some of these teams. And some of these bad teams, too. At least they get the experience. They get to move around. There's some people out there that have no business being a coach or an owner of one of these teams or whatever they're doing when it comes to financing some of these teams, because it's the same crap every year, and you might see Birmingham win another one. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm out of here. Thank you so much again. I said that twice. I'm out of here. All right, I'm gone for real this time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. Bye. That was number 94 on the list. Beep.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out.
He's steaming mad.
He is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! Van Tippen has won the ball game. Alabama has beaten Auburn.
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, 'cause I ain't never been nothing but a winner.